Today, I want to speak to you about the goal of meditation. I've been reading this beautiful book recently. It's called The Life of Milarepa, and it's a Tibetan Buddhist book. And in it, I came across a sentence regarding the goal of meditation. And it is described as right, the goal of meditation is to build a relationship between the sense of self and consciousness. And you'll see that all the work that we do on this channel and the real purpose of all spirituality is to, and what we call awakening, right, is exactly this, to sort of see clearly all the things that are diluting the sense of self, that are attaching itself onto the sense of self, and separating the sense of self, the sense of who you consider yourself to be, the self knowledge you have, right? Separating that from all that it is not, and thereby seeing what's left. What can it be? It is the path of self inquiry, the purpose of all meditation. Because you see, right now, your sense of self is so mixed up with the thoughts, the emotions, the images, right? What you call world, the experiencing, the sensations. So the sense of self is completely enveloped within what appears and disappears, what comes and goes. And we take it to be real. We give it that stamp of reality, the stamp of truth. Even again and again realizing how it is transient, impermanent. So the goal of meditation is to, through observation, through discernment, through detachment, seeing all that the sense of self is not, right? In self-inquiry, we isolate this sense of I am, of me, from all that it is essentially not. All other things, the name, the form, the titles, the objects, all these are added on to the I. The I clings on to all of these in order to create a self-image. And this is who you believe yourself to be. And this is how you now respond to the world, as this body and this set of, distinctions and interpretations and judgments and labels about yourself, which you call self-image, personality. But this is not essentially you. So you see, in meditation, we're not just trying to get some little hint of relief or some peace. Obviously, all that is a side effect, a natural side effect of becoming quiet in this way, of disassociating the self from all that it is not. Obviously, through this, our attention is more controlled and focused. But that is not the ultimate goal. The goal is to cultivate a relationship between consciousness and the sense of self. And even to say build a relationship is incorrect. It is to realize the oneness between the sense of self and consciousness. It is to see that the sense of self does not arise from the thoughts, from the emotions. This identity, this sense of identity, right? The sense of me itself is consciousness declaring itself here and now. That is why simply the teaching I am parking the attention in the I am is such a powerful, potent pointer. In the words of Nisargadatta Maharaj, right? And I'm paraphrasing, so don't quote me directly, but he said the primary purpose of meditation is to learn about yourself, right? Learn about your internal world, the thoughts and the emotions. And then the ultimate goal of meditation is to discover your very own source, the source of life, right? The source of life is the same as the source of you, because you are life. Before you are a person, before you are, American or Australian, you are life itself, right? These things are secondary and they are added on. So he says the primary purpose of meditation is to learn about your internal world, right? Because the world of the externals, you know very, very well. But your internal world, you rarely pay attention to. So when we're just getting into these teachings, meditation is opening us up to our internal world. No longer do we just take it for granted. No longer do we just respond from the thoughts and emotions that are arising. Now we're waking up to a deeper presence, which is aware of the thoughts and the emotions. And through this, we learn to start to see all these impulses and these cravings and these desires and these resistances and these fears arising within the mind, making you do all sorts of things, usually, if there was no awareness of it. But now through awareness, you begin to transcend. You begin to detach, let go of many of the energies that are not serving you. And you begin to learn, right? And you begin to disassociate from the personality. And as this step is being taken, now the ultimate purpose of meditation can start to be activated. It can start to set in, which is now you becoming curious, right? It's like a wordless curiosity about then what is it that is aware, that is conscious, from where this sense of self is arising. And that is where meditation takes you. So no, don't necessarily put into different compartments meditation versus inquiry, right? Self-inquiry is, you can say, the purest of meditations. Why? Because it relinquishes all sense of subject-object relationship. In it, we dissolve the attention back into its home, into its source, thereby residing as the consciousness itself. So all sorts of meditations have their different relevance in different phases of your journey. But I hope that this video offered you greater clarity on why it is that you meditate and what does it lead to. It is important to keep the purpose, the goal of meditation always in mind. Because if your intention to meditate is itself flawed, is itself limiting, then your meditation will never really produce any fruits. Right? If your meditation is just a means to an end to some sort of better circumstance or this or that, then you will see that you will yourself limit yourself. But if your meditation is coming from this deeper yearning to know yourself, to really know yourself in all your purity, then you will see that your meditation will itself progress and evolve into subtler and subtler realms of the self, of the mind, and from where you see. Thanks for watching this video. Just 2 things before you go. If you want to learn how to implement the teaching that we cover on this channel in a step-by-step format and really develop your understanding of it in a faster way, make sure to watch my free 1-hour class that I'm offering right now. And second, if you want to work with me personally to help you dissolve mind identification and return to peace through self-inquiry, check out my program down below. It's called the Higher Consciousness Shift. Enrollments are now open, so just check out the details and book your free call, and we'll see if it's right for you. That's all I have for you today. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.